Good evening, David.
Yeah, good evening is right. A
So great evening.
busy Veterans Day. Um, so we're doing this later than normal, but all good.
Yeah, we got some more props to look at when we do it a little bit later. Well, that was nice.
Yeah, it gives you a real solid opportunity to overthink.
Completely, completely, utterly overthunk.
Overthunked.
Yeah.
So how'd you do last night?
Uh, Not great. I think I
Well,
was two.
talk
I
up.
was I was 2 and 3.
Okay, I was 2-4, so overall not good. But I had a very strong feeling about Capella, so
Yeah.
that one hit, so that actually saved the night. So all good
Hang on
there.
one. I'm just. Oh, hang on one second. Sorry, having some dog issues. All right, let's go.
Dog issues. All right, so we got we're gonna rebound tonight. We're gonna do well
Yes.
after an atrocious yesterday. So we got an 8 game slate. So we're back up to a respectable slate. We're gonna cover 7 out of the 8 games. We're passing on the Suns Magic just because at the time there weren't a lot of players available on that one.
Yeah.
So let's start with the first one. We got the Nuggets at the Celtics. The Nuggets are 8-3. The Celtics are 8-3. So this is a really good matchup of potentially a future playoff finals matchup.
Yeah.
Maybe. Celtics are -4.5 at home, and the total is 230. Nuggets are sharps are on the Nuggets and the under on this one, and pretty much everybody's playing except for Mr. Brogdon. He's out today.
Okay.
All right, what do you like here?
Um, Who do I like? Matchup wise, bigs on both sides are who we're going to want to target. For Boston, that's really the only place we're going to want to target. They're pretty stout defensively against the other positions. And you could throw in against Denver. Wings have had some pretty good success.
Mm.
So what does that mean? I got a couple weird ones in this game.
All right, get weird.
Get weird. Get weird. So Boston is number one in the league on 3-point frequency. That 44% of their shots are from three, and Denver is in the bottom quarter of the league. They're number 23 in opposing shot percentage from three. So it's kind of jiving. You got a team that's allowing a lot versus a team who's taking a lot. So I want to take Jason Tatum over 2.5 threes.
Okay.
On 1 day rest. He's done it in 8 straight games on 1 day rest, and he's done it in 8 of his last 10 games overall.
Nice.
Yeah, so I like that one a lot on the Boston side. And then I got 2 plays. This is where it gets a little weird on the Denver side. I think you did this. You played this. Did you play Bruce Brown assists the other day? Or was I thinking of Royce O'Neal? Maybe that's what it was.
Definitely Royce O'Neal, but
Or
I've done something on Bruce Brown in the
maybe.
past. I don't remember what it
All
was,
right.
but
Well,
go ahead.
2.5 assists on Bruce Brown. He's done it in 10 straight games.
Okay.
He's leading the league. So I did a deep dive today with our extra time to look into potential assists and who's converting the highest rate of potential assists. Number one in the league is Bruce Brown. He's converting 82% of potential assists into actual assists. So
Yeah,
I like that. I like
he's
that number, and historically,
he's
it's done pretty well.
he's throwing it to Jokic, so that's why.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's another factor on top of this is he's a Boston guy, and he's playing in Boston tonight. So I like that too.
Hometown hero.
Yeah.
Okay. And what other weird pick do you have
And the other weird one was Aaron Gordon, 2.5 assists. He's done it in 3 of 4, and in his last 2 games, he had 6 and 5. So just kind of a low number. There might be something else to kind of back that up that I didn't jot down, but that's where I'm at. I like those two. Oh, he was also up on that list of the potential assists conversion rate. It was pretty high for him as well, so that's why I was on him. That's right.
Nice. All right. I like those. I always like those low numbers.
Yeah.
They give you a chance to convert pretty early. So what did I have here? I liked Marcus Smart again. Over his line was over 6.5 assists at -155. So that recent trend continues. He had 11, 12, and 11 assists in the last 3 games. But I didn't like the -155, so I went for over 7.5 assists at +132. So that's the Marcus Smart play.
Did you just say he's had double-digit assists in 3 straight games?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we were on that. We had the Smart 10 assists and the Brogdon 20 points last game, and the Brogdon part of that parlay fell apart. But yeah, keep riding this one. High scoring game. I think he's going to get there. Third quarter. I'm in the habit of calling quarters now. It worked out with Capella last night. I liked Michael Porter Jr. as well. 3 threes. That's -135. He's done it in 9 out of 10 games. So the only one that he missed was the first game of the season. 7.4 attempts in the 10 games. So he's jacking them up. Needs to probably nail about 40%. But like you said, I think there's going to be a lot of threes firing in this game. More on the Celtics side, but I think the Nuggets will get him up too.
My only concern, I did look at that. My concern is that he'll have Tatum on him, right?
Yeah, no, but
I mean that's the matchup. So I was a little. I mean Tatum's just kind of playing at another level this year. He's coming out to play in every game. It seems on both sides. So, but I did look at that. I was on that as well. Yeah.
All right, and then the last one I had was Jokic rebounds. So you said bigs against the Celtics.
Yep.
His rebound line was 11.5, which concerns me a little bit because he's only 5 out of 10 games this season has he gotten to 12 rebounds, and he's 0 for the last 3. But I think he's going to buck the trend with this nice Celtics setup. So
it means he's due. He's due.
Yeah, and it was actually plus money as well, plus 100. So Jokic over 11.5. All right.
Okay. Very good.
So that's that game. That'll be fun to watch. Next game, like we said, we're skipping over the Suns Magic. CP3 might be out, and Paolo Banchero might be out. So going over to the Pistons at the Knicks. The Pistons are 3-9. The Knicks are 5-6. Knicks -8.5 at the Garden. Total is 224.5. Sharps didn't really have anything on this game. Sharps were on the Pistons. Didn't really have any opinion on the total. Mitch Robinson still out for the Knicks. Alex Burks, which I thought was I don't even know if he's played yet this season, but
yeah, I don't recall seeing him play. I didn't realize he's back. He's back tonight.
He was questionable for tonight, so I was wanted to keep an eye on that one because I thought that would be cool to see him back against the Knicks. So, but then again, he's played for like 9 teams. So,
yeah, I didn't even realize he's on Detroit.
Yeah,
Marvin Bagley is also on Detroit.
Yeah, he hasn't played yet this year either.
Yeah.
So let me give you a game pick on this one before you dive into the props.
Okay.
I like the Knicks first quarter. -2.5. I wish it was 1.5. You can kind of buy it to 1.5, but then the odds aren't great. But Detroit is one of the worst teams in the first quarter. They've actually, I think, only covered the first quarter spread in 1 game so far this season. Their margin in the first quarter is -5.3 points. The Knicks are a decent first quarter team. With plus 0.8 margin. But at home, they are a plus 5.2 margin team. So they get amped up for the Garden crowd. We took the Knicks, I think, on the first quarter against the Celtics. That didn't work out well, but The Celtics are a good team. Pistons
Yeah.
are not a good team. Knicks -2.5 first
This is,
quarter.
this is the game to play it. Yeah.
This is the game. They also just got their butts handed to them by the Nets, so they got to come out strong, I think. So
Yeah. Okay.
right.
Yeah, I like that. I don't have anything on this game because I still haven't seen any lines out for Detroit. So not sure what's going on there. But just a couple notes here. Basically, you could target against Detroit bigs, point guards, and forwards, and against the Knicks, bigs, wings, and forwards. A couple things I kind of picked up in my research here. Both teams are allowing a ton of rebounds. Detroit's 28th in the league, and Knicks are 27th. They're both allowing 48 opponent rebounds per game. But I couldn't find anything to jive with that. But the one guy I'm on, I don't know why the props aren't out, is Bogdanovic. He forwards against the Knicks are a thing, and threes against the Knicks are also a thing. Knicks are allowing almost the most in the league 3-point attempts. So those two things kind of jive with his game, and I'd be on him if some props were out, but they're not. So
Yeah, I saw a picture of him coming into the stadium today. He was looking sharp in like a Adidas tracksuit. So
okay,
if that's worth anything.
What color was the Adidas tracksuit?
It was not a pretty color. It was
Okay.
it was like milk.
Milk with black stripes.
It was like the color of milk or something, or maybe a yellow. I don't know.
Okay.
It looked good on him though. Only play I had here, I was sticking with the first quarter. I was digging into first quarter, kind of top performers, because I think it's an interesting thing. You got players like Luka who play 12 minutes, like averaging 12 minutes in the first quarter, the whole quarter.
Yeah.
You've got players like Julius Randle, who actually averages 9.8 minutes in the first quarter, 8.1 points in the first quarter.
Wow.
And 3.3 rebounds in the first quarter. So if you go over to Caesars, you can actually play the line for both points, which was, I believe the points was 5.5 or maybe 6.5, but well south of the 8.1, and the rebounds was 2.5. So I'm looking at Randall to have a big first quarter tonight. So I guess
like that.
my play is going to be. I like the points at 6.5. Okay.
He'd be averaging like 32 and 12 if that maintained for the rest of the game. That's crazy.
Yeah, right. It's like he puts up other guys who have similar stats in the game. In the first quarter are like guys like SGA, even better, right? Luka, Giannis, like players like that. But what separates them from them and Randall is that they can continue it for another 3 quarters, and he gasses out pretty early. So we'll play with first quarter Randall points.
Okay.
All right. Next game we got the Raptors at the Thunder. Raptors are 7-5 without Siakam again tonight, without Achua. The Thunder are 4-7. Thunder are -5 in the game at home. Totals 219.5. No action from the Sharps earlier today. I got somebody who's popping here, but I want to see who you liked.
All right. So I didn't have a ton on this game. What I did notice from OKC, digging into the stats a little bit, is that you can do well against them shooting corner threes, and that's a bit of Scotty Barnes's game. So if you take him to have a 1-3 today, he's done it in 11 of his last 12 games on 1-day rest, and 8 out of 10 overall. So pretty good numbers there in a decent matchup. A low line. I like that. The other one I had, I believe OKC is giving up the most rebounds per game in the league. I think it's like 52 rebounds to opponents per game. I liked Fred VanVleet, 3.5 rebounds.
Okay.
You had this the other day, right? Didn't you? No.
I'm losing track of what I've done.
Yeah, I know. But I did a little digging into this, and what I looked at you can on the NBA advanced stats, you can look into rebound chances, and then I looked into some stats with rebound chances per minute played, yeah, and then rebounds per chance. You know how often they're doing. Fred VanVleet's got some pretty awesome numbers when you look at those stats. So on a nice low, 4 rebounds, I like it tonight. And especially considering OKC allows so many rebounds per game, and Precious is out. He eats up a lot of Toronto's rebounds, especially with Siakam not in. So I like those as well.
All right. Yeah, I was on Fred as well. I initially started looking at his threes, over 3.5 threes, so it was a big number, like Rozier last night. He's 5 for 9 on the season on hitting 4 3-pointers, but since he's come back from the injury, he's hit 5, 6, and 7. But more importantly, looking at his attempts, he's attempted 13, 10, and 16. 16 threes. That's so many. So I like that, and I was ready to roll with that. And then I looked at his points, and I kind of like that even more. His point line was 23.5. I actually think it came down to 22.5. Last 3 games since he's been back, 30, 27, 32. He's played, I believe, 5 games. His last 5 games without Siakam, he's averaged 29.6. So he slides into the primary scorer when Siakam's out. I like FVV over. I'll take the higher number, 23.5 points.
Unless Gary Trent's hot that night.
Don't do
I'm saying he slides in. What?
Don't do that. Don't do that, all right? I'll be really upset if Gary Trent goes off for 40 tonight. All right?
Yeah, okay. But yeah, that's I thought I had one other note, but no, that's all I got. Are you on any OKC guys? Or are you not? You're scared of the Toronto D?
Yeah, I didn't really. I mean, obviously, SGA. Wait, what's it? Yeah.
SGA. Yeah. Toronto hasn't given up a lot of big games to point guards,
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm off of the OKC guys tonight.
Yeah, I stayed off of it as well.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we got next game is the Bucks at the Spurs. Bucks are 10-1. It looks like Giannis is out again and Holiday is out again. They're going up against the Spurs, who are 5-7. They're on a bit of a slide right now. -2 points for the Spurs, actually, and the total is 218.5. The Sharps were big on the Spurs, -2 and under 218.5. I tend to agree. I think the Bucks got lucky beating OKC in like a double overtime the other day. I think they're going to lose to the Spurs tonight. So,
you think they're going to lose to the Spurs tonight?
Yeah, I mean they're missing their top 3 weapons with Middleton,
I guess so.
Holiday, and Giannis. I mean, who? In order to beat OKC the other day, they needed like 30-something points from what's his name, Javon Carter.
Yeah.
Did you see his post-game interview too?
No, I did not.
The reporter asked him, at what point did you know that you were going to be on fire today? And he said, when I woke up.
Really?
Yeah. Like straight dead face, like he was serious, but I don't know. When you're really a bench player, it's hard to be that serious.
Yes.
All right, who do you like in this game?
Who do I like here? All right. Speaking of Javon Carter, I like Javon Carter to have 2 steals tonight.
Okay.
the Spurs are the worst team in the NBA at allowing steals. They give up over 9 steals per game. And Javon Carter is getting a steal on 2.6% of Milwaukee plays, which is in the 90th percentile for guards. So he's getting there. He's going to have extended playing time, and looking to make something happen while he's got his little opportunity here. And that's what I'm going for on the Milwaukee side. And then I don't have a ton to back it up, but Devin Vassell's getting 20 points tonight. It's happening. Put it in the books. 19.5 over. Consider it done.
Is that what his line was? Was it 19.5?
Why, you saw it higher?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Right. It's up to 20.5 now. Yeah, it was 19 earlier. I see 20.5 now.
So I was on Vassell as well, but I had points and assists over 27.5. So he's done that 6 out of 8 games. Last 5, 30, 31, 24, 21, and 28. So yeah, I'll go with that, but I actually think maybe the points might be a smarter, safer play. But yeah, and then I also had Javon Carter. I was looking at his steals because I saw that the Spurs have now moved up to the number 1 spot on turnovers. Yeah. But I stayed away from that just because the 2 number for him. But I went with threes again. I like that you can get plus money on over 2.5 threes. Mm-hmm. That was plus 120. The interesting thing is in the 3 games this year that he has played over 30 minutes, he's 4, 5, and 5. So
okay,
that's I guess what he brings to the table is jacking up some threes. So I would expect him to keep doing that tonight.
Did you look into Pirtle at all?
No.
No. Okay.
Jakob.
Yeah, I just assist wise, his 3.5 assists is he's I think he's done that this season on 1 day rest this season. He's done it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 8 games. And it's a pretty good matchup, especially with Giannis not there. But just curious if you had looked at anything.
I did not.
Okay, let's move on then.
All right, we got the T-Wolves at the Grizzlies. T-Wolves are 5-7. Grizzlies are 8-4. Grizzlies -4, and the total is a monster 234.5.
Exciting game.
Yeah, that one's gonna be fun. Sharps are on the Wolves and the under, so little upset perhaps in the making.
Yes. Right, so who do I like? Both these teams are bottom 5 in 3-point defense. I brought this up earlier in the week when it was Minnesota, New York, and it panned out. There was a ton of threes in that game. Desmond Bane is just he's up another level this year. The guy's on the path to being a legit all-star. I like his point line tonight, 22.5. I think he could crush that in this game. If you look at, I had some other note here. No, I don't have much to back it up. I didn't write too much down. I'm pretty high on this play tonight. I think Bane's been pretty awesome. Yeah. And I think in this game, Minnesota's just bleeding points to guys who shoot threes. And Bane's not the kind of guy who's it's not like catch and shoot. This guy's creating his own shots. It's not corner threes. He's putting them from anywhere behind the arc. The guy's his line's 3.5.
Feels like you're going to be buying a Desmond Bane jersey. So that's what I feel is going to happen.
I mean, how good could the Grizzlies be? You have Ja, who's it's arguably the best. It could be the best backcourt in the league right now, I think.
Yeah, I mean they're sneaky too. Nobody's really talking about them, but they're 8-4, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I like Bane. I was actually on his rebounds. 4.5 rebounds. I like that it was plus money. He's got that in 8 out of 10 games so far this season. and just the fact that this is going to be a high flying game, I kind of felt like he will get the minutes, get the rebounds. So,
Yeah.
Bane rebounds. Anybody on the T-Wolf side?
Yeah, I got two. This kind of my deep dive into potential assists yielded two plays from that. Cat 4.5 assists. He's done it in 8 of 10 and 9 of 12 on the season.
Yep.
He's converting 65% of potential assists, which is a pretty good number. It's not Bruce Brown 82%, which is nuts, but it's quite high. And I like his teammate here, Jalen Noel, 1.5 assists. He's also converting 65% of his potential assists, which is a great conversion rate, and he's done it in his last 7 games. He's done it in his last 7 out of 10 games. 70% hit rate on the 2 assists. Those are my 2 plays, from the T-Wolves. And I got my T-Wolves hat on.
Oh, beautiful. Is that the Valentine's Day special edition?
It's the Prince special.
I also am on Cat 4.5 assists, minus 125 at the time. Don't need to go into it more. I've hit it before. I think the last game he had a down game. Maybe who'd they play previously? The Suns. And he didn't cross that line, but he also didn't play that many minutes. I think in this game he's gonna get the minutes as long as he stays out of foul trouble. This is a no-brainer. He'll end up with 5 or 6 assists.
Yeah. That line's usually at 3.5. Like I remember betting it last year quite a bit at 3.5. So
yeah,
whatever that's worth.
Not a lot since he's got Gobert now, so it's still a little bit of a different team.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, let's move on. We got the Cavs at the Warriors. This will be a fun game, assuming the Warriors can get the refs to give them a victory at home again, like they did last time. Cavs are 8-3. The Warriors are 4-7. Warriors are still giving up points somehow. minus 1.5 in the game. Totals 230. Who do you like?
Who do I like? I like Cleveland.
Obvious.
I like Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland plus points, right? I mean, that's...
Yeah. How do you pass that up? I got 3 pages of notes on this game.
Oh, Jesus. All right, give us your top picks here.
Okay, real quick. So Golden State is their mid-range defense is terrible. They're last in the league at short mid. They're 28th in the league across all mid-range shots. Who's awesome in the mid-range? Mobley. He's in the 99th percentile in short mid-range shots. He's in the 98th percentile in all mid-range shots, and he's shooting 50% on those in the mid-range. Also, Karis LeVert is in the 94th percentile in short mid-range shooting. And where else are we? So that's
Ooh, I like that. Minus 14.5 points you're talking about on Mobley?
for Mobley, yeah.
I love that.
And he's also done in 7 of his last 10 games.
Minus 115 odds, too.
Yeah.
The only games he didn't do it were against Washington, which is early in the season, and then Detroit and the Lakers. So
Yeah.
he's got a little bit of inconsistency, but his last 2 games, 26 and 16.
Part of the reason I'm on this, I'm actually on. So I think I'm not taking it as a play, but I think you go under on Mitchell tonight. There's only 2 teams that haven't allowed like an impact game that I've been tracking against a certain position, and one of them is combo guards against the Golden State Warriors. So I have a feeling that Mitchell has a poor game, and his usage and scoring is spread out amongst Garland, Mobley, and Kevin Love. The 3 of them, Mobley's shooting, like I just said, I think 45% field goal percentage in mid-range. Love's at 53% and 42% from 3. So I also like Love tonight, 10.5 points. He's the teams he didn't get. I looked at like his last 6 or so games. Right, he hasn't cleared. The games he didn't clear was against Boston twice, against the Lakers, and against Sacramento. Those are all teams who are pretty good defensively. The teams where he cleared was the Knicks, who give up tons of threes, Detroit, and the Clippers. Golden State's worse than all these teams in terms of points allowed. They're bleeding points. And in those 3 games, Love had 29, 21, and 17. I think Love crushes tonight. He's back in California. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love him on rebounds, too. 6.5 rebounds. He's done it in 9 of 11 this season. On one-day rest, 4 or 5. He's done it in 6 or 7 road games this year.
So
he's a monster.
You're loving Love tonight.
I'm loving Love tonight. Loving Love tonight.
What about his threes? I was just looking at. I mean, I like the points, but he kind of lands at 10 points in a lot of games. The threes, obviously a little juicier at minus 160, but 1.5 threes. Seems like he only put up three threes against Sacramento, but in the prior 3 games, Detroit, LA, and LA, 7, 8, and 8. A lot of attempts. So, you think he's got 2 threes in him?
Yeah, I think in this game he for sure does. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot.
All right, cool.
All right.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I mean, so if you look at Golden State, they're allowing 0 impact games to combo guards, right? But you know what they're leading in? They've allowed 12 impact games to the wing position. Karis LeVert's the wing on the Cavs. Considering I think it's going to be a down night for Mitchell, I'm also kind of on LeVert, 14.5 points. Just given this, it's pretty wild that they've given up 12 big games to wings and none to combo guards.
Yeah. He's only hit that in 36% of the games, but that does seem like a good matchup.
Yeah. So
okay.
We'll see. Yeah.
All right. Anybody else?
No.
Now that you're done. What about Curry? You think Curry will get the what does he get?
I'm just not messing with guys against Cleveland.
Yeah, you warned me the other day. Steer clear
I did.
Of Fox. I
did.
He had a pretty good first half, and then he got shut down in the second. I don't have a play in this game, but if I was going to do something, I'd probably take down Curry and Mitchell to 25 and 25, which put those together, it's minus 113. But I don't even like that after hearing everything you said. I think Mitchell's due for a bad game, and Curry's not in a good matchup. So, so hard pass.
Yeah, I'm all over Cleveland tonight in a bunch of different ways. I kind of feel like this is a big Evan Mobley night.
And you like Cleveland to win as well, right?
For sure. Yeah.
All right. So those are good plays.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last game of the night, we got the Kings 4-6 at the Lakers 2-9. Lakers are getting 3.5 points. LeBron is out of the game with a abductor issue, which is that's not a quick fix for a near 40-year-old. I could tell you. So, so who do you like in this game?
All right. Who do I like in this game? All right. Remember that stat I gave you on the assist conversion for Bruce Brown at 82%? Well, you know who's number 2 in the NBA at 76%? Malik Monk. His line on assists tonight is 3.5. He's done it in his last 4 games. He's cleared in his last 4 games. What team was Malik Monk on last year?
The Lakers.
The Lakers. He got a little revenge narrative. They gave up on him.
Only exciting guy in the Lakers last
year. And given that this assist conversion number and the low 3.5 assists, I like it also because Fox is not your typical point guard who's looking to play make more than score. So I I like that. And then I also like on the Sacramento side, Sabonis, 17.5 points. He's done it in his last 4 games. And bigs versus the Lakers are a thing. There's been 10 impact games by bigs against the Lakers, quite a bit. And those are my 2 I'm on in this game.
Yeah, I had Sabonis as well. Not only has he done it in 4 of his last 4, but he's averaging 21 points in those 4 games. So he's crushing the 17.5. The only risk, honestly, like obviously the spread is not showing a potential blowout, but I honestly could see the Kings just like wiping the floor with the Lakers tonight. They're just a much better team, especially with LeBron out. But who knows? So I like Sabonis. I like your Monk play. I also on the Lakers side, I went with AD.
Okay.
25.5 points. Obviously, tough matchup going up against Sabonis, but in the last 5 games without LeBron, he's hit that in 4 or 5 of the games, and he's averaging 27.6 points. So I just think out of sheer necessity and the fact that they have no depth, it's him and Westbrook tonight, and I think he's gonna put up some numbers in a loss.
Yeah. I'm with you. I especially like Westbrook and Davis tonight because Sacramento is actually great. They're number 2 in the NBA at opponent shots from 3. So they're good at the 3-point defense. Where they're not as good is at the rim, and that's where AD and Westbrook score. So my pick tonight was I like this. I picked Westbrook over 21.5. So I like that you have the AD and I got Westbrook. We'll see which of the 2 makes it. Yeah, Westbrook for just 51% of his shots are at the rim. So
that's his game.
Yeah.
I mean, he's starting to hit some threes.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
I'm almost. There's a little part of me that feels that Westbrook might be on the Lakers longer than LeBron. Right? Like they might build around Westbrook and ship LeBron out because this isn't working. So we'll see. All right, that's all for tonight, right?
Well done. We made it before tip.
Ones, especially later
in the night. Some real fun games tonight. I'm looking forward to tonight. I'm feeling better. I'm ready to rock.
You're ready to rock. That's good. That's good. All right, man.
All right. Well,
let's see how
you
we
enjoy.
do.
And I'll talk to you later, my friend.
Yes, sir.
All right, bye.